Hello, tiny people on the internet. It was a big week on the internet, for tiny people. Twitch is imploding, and I'm sure you've heard that on Twitter, on YouTube, on TikTok, on Twitch, even. I personally think that the streamer sphere is imploding, not just Twitch, because there's problems on YouTube as well. But we're not going to discuss that today. We're just going to discuss the week that has happened on the internet, because it's been a crazy hell of a week. So many things have happened. That it really proves my point that the internet is more than a 24-hour news cycle. You know that term that they use for news on the television, the 24-hour news cycle, something always constantly has to be happening. Well, on the internet it is. On the internet something's constantly happening and it's faster than a 24-hour news cycle. So a lot of these things have happened in succession and have kind of been skimmed over. I'll probably skim over some things as well just because of how fast everything has happened and how fast I'm trying to get this video out. Wink wink nudge nudge, please watch this, like and subscribe. So I might miss some things, I apologize. We might skip over some things just because I find them unimportant and unamusing. But before the video starts, I want to give a disclaimer. Some of the things that we're going to talk about are actually very heavy things that have happened this week. Just very, very heavy topics that have occurred over the course of the past few days. And I'm not here to pass judgment like God. I'm not here to spew hate. I'm here to give my opinion. I'm here to talk about the situations. And going forward, please do not comment hateful things. Please do not comment things that aren't creative criticism. Please do not comment things that are not a very nice opinion. I will not tolerate that. I'm also not going to tolerate trauma dumping in my comment section, because a lot of the things that that we're going to talk about, Jesus Christ, I had a stroke, a lot of things that we're going to talk about are probably pretty, like, relatable. Some people have probably gone through them. Don't trauma dump in my comments. I don't want to see it, I'll delete your comment. So let's go ahead and let's start the video, now that we've given that disclaimer. So this is Ludwig's video from, I think, like 19 hours ago. It's like number 2 on trending. Excuse the fucking this. His video title is Twitch is collapsing. So that's what I've been saying. You probably heard this all over Twitter, all over Twitch, all over TikTok, all over YouTube. Literally the internet is imploding on itself. Ludwig does a really good job at explaining a lot of things that happened in this video, on giving his opinion. He should be good at this because he is a journalist, for God's sake. That's your fucking job, dude. So if you want to watch this YouTube video, I'm gonna link it. It'll be the first link in the description. Every other video that I link, or every other source of information that I link, is gonna go chronologically as I talk about it. So if you want to find it, if you want to follow along, if you just literally want to open it to close the fucking tab, I'm gonna have it down below. So there we go, Ludwig's video. Ludwig's video starts with talking about Cutie's event that happened this past weekend. I don't care. I don't care about Cutie's event at all. Love Cutie, don't care about her event. I don't care about most of the things that go on with her events because they incorporate a streamer group that I don't really like. But Cutie had an event this past weekend. I'm sure it was great. I'm sure it was fine. I'm sure it was dandy. But the first topic that we're going to talk about kind of stemmed from it. So XQC did not attend the event. Eventually it came out that he was dealing with emotional turmoil between dealing with his girlfriend and dealing with his family, and choosing between the two, which is a totally valid reason not to go to the event. My greatest advice in life is that if you're dealing with emotional turmoil, just don't go to things. When I'm dealing with emotional turmoil, I don't get out of bed. So, very valid excuse, but eventually the turmoil led into something that I think should never happen. XQC and his girlfriend Adept had a falling out on stream, live on stream, in front of 120,000 people, I think is the statistic that has been thrown around. I don't know if that's true. I did not watch the stream. I think that's embarrassing. I won't be watching the stream. I've just kind of clicked through to this part because this is the part that everyone's been kind of watching and saying this is literally not okay. This is a video from Daily Twitch. Again, I'm gonna link this down in the description because they do say some stuff right here that I think, you guys would like if you're kind of trying to get as much information about the situation as possible. But again, I don't want to rip off Daily Twitch's video, so if you want to hear what they say right here, definitely go check it out. So let's see what's happening here. Let's go ahead and play this.
With you anymore. You are not a victim here. You have never been a victim here. I'm done speaking with you. You are not a victim. Stop victimizing yourself.
I'm sorry. This got too heavy. I'm sorry. Bye. Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, XQC. That's a great ending to what just happened. Again, don't mind these. These are just recommended because of the video that I'm watching. Man, this episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians is fucking crazy. And I'm gonna continue to curse throughout this video because YouTube does not pay me. Fuck you, YouTube. Pay me. This is something that I say all the time. I say it on my Twitch, I say it on my YouTube, I say it anywhere I fucking can. Don't air your dirty laundry online. Don't start a feud online. Don't call out other people online. Of course, if airing out your dirty laundry online and if big streamers didn't cause feuds with other bigger streamers online, I'd be out of a fucking hobby. But all of this could be solved if you just handled this in private. That's all I have to say. I think it's literally ridiculous to take your community, to put them through whatever this was, and to divide them so polarizingly that it's just gonna amass hate within the community. I was gonna say I understand, but I don't. So we're gonna move on. This happened, and I thought that was it. I was like, wow, that was something so crazy that just happened. But that's fine, because something crazy happens all the time, like every so often with Twitch streamers. Sometimes it's quiet, sometimes it's really fucking loud. This week was really fucking loud, because the next thing I know, something else fucking happened. So if you don't know, a Twitch streamer by the name of Slicker, we're gonna steal part of Ludwig's video. A Twitch streamer by the name of Slicker, this is the video here, was exposed for trying to extort money and successfully extorting money from other streamers who he knew and did not know, and also viewers, people who watch him. He tried to extort money from them. I'm not sure if he successfully extorted money from viewers, but I know that he got a bunch of money, like $30,000 from other streamers, which is just an exorbitant amount of money. And going into this topic, I am going to put the gambling addiction hotline up, because disclaimer, gambling is an addiction. Gambling is something that is, if you're addicted to it, it's not good. It's just like any other addiction. It's just like an addiction to narcotics, an addiction to any other type of drug. Just because it doesn't deal with a substance does not mean that it's not an addiction. So going forward, again, this one is a heavier topic that was kind of just glossed over in the terms of, Twitter and stuff like that. But going forward, just know that if you're struggling with gambling or someone you know is struggling with gambling, there is a hotline, there is help. You don't have to continue to struggle with gambling. And with that being said, I don't condone what Slicker did, but I also am not going to spew hate at him, because it is an addiction. But again, I don't condone you extorting your fans and other streamers for money to pursue your addiction. Although, if anyone knows anything about an addiction, you know that addicts will do whatever they can to monetarily keep funding their addiction. Just because it's something psychologically that they can't stop. So this happened. Slicker came out as, having a gambling issue, which he should not be shamed for. He should get help, but also we should not inhibit, I don't think that's the right word, this behavior anymore, from him. And so because we shouldn't, continue to let this happen, there was a movement that was, kind of spearheaded by Pokimane. A few other Twitch streamers, hopped on board, to say, I think this exact tweet, if Twitch should ban gambling. And yeah, Twitch should ban gambling, but I want to tell you that this is not something new. Gambling is not anything new, right? gambling is sometimes used as an extracurricular activity, as something for like leisure downtime by people. We can see that in the mass amounts of casinos. I mean, look at fucking Vegas. So gambling is something that's going to continue to happen in the world, right? I don't think that it's something that should happen on Twitch. Twitch's main viewer base is children, right? So I don't think that we should expose children to gambling. So, you know, this is a fine movement. You know, if we want to take down gambling, we can take down gambling on the website. But just an FYI, this has been happening for fucking ever. On YouTube specifically, I remember opening CSGO packs, or whatever it was with the skins. I hated those videos, so I don't really know exactly what it is, but CSGO had some form of gambling, and I remember a lot of people took issue with that in the past whenever that was a big topic of discussion. So here we are spearheading it for Twitch to try to get it removed from Twitch. Rambu's fucking popping off in the comments apparently. I don't know what he's saying, I have not read it. But it did eventually... Nope. But it did eventually lead to Twitch getting rid of gambling. I think it's here. An update on gambling on Twitch. Gambling content on Twitch has been a big topic of discussion in the community, something we've been actively reviewing since our last public policy update. We will continue to allow websites that focus on sports betting, fantasy sports, and poker. So they've banned stake.com, rollbit.com, toolbits.com, and roobet.com. So these are some of the gambling sites that they banned from being streamed on Twitch. Of course, there are some other gambling websites that they've left. I think that we should not expose children to any types of gambling, but that's just my opinion. What the fuck do I know? So like Pokimane said, we did it. Twitch got rid of gambling in some forms on the platform. Dropped a big win for Twitch when they don't usually win, but we'll get back to that in a second because they still aren't winning this week. So, you know, Pokey and other streamers were tweeting things like this. They were like, wow, we did it, amazing. But one streamer who also tweeted something like this was Mizkif, and I don't think I have the tweet. I have his statement. Oh, here it is. Here's the tweet. Like if Twitch should ban gambling. This is his kind of hop on the bandwagon for banning gambling. And this really fucked him up. This is a bad choice for Mizkif. Mizkif, if I have any opinion, just don't fucking tweet anymore. Because apparently it's bad for you. But also just don't be a bad human being. I am gonna try to rein in my bias because I've never liked Mizkif. He just gives me the ick. But that is a bias that I have. And that shouldn't be included in my very non-biased video, right? So Mizkif jumped on the bandwagon, said we should get rid of gambling on Twitch because I'm a fucking saint. And the absolute bombshell that fucking occurred after this is goddamn insane. After Miz tweeted this, we're gonna leech off a Ludwigs video. Thanks, Lud, for the vid. Basically, a bunch of shit happened in Trainwrecks TV, which I don't have any say in who that guy is. I don't really know him. Again, he runs in a circle that I don't care about. It says, are you going to send Maya and Mitch to railroad and blackmail me like you did those girls to cover up all those sexual assaults, you fucking scumbag? Jesus Christ, Train. Dropping a bomb on Twitter. Like I said, a lot of these things should be handled in private, but was I so happy that this happened in public, because this is literally hilarious to me. So this was just crazy. Everyone's like, what sexual assaults? What the hell does that even mean? And we later find out that a streamer who's close friends with Miz, called Slick, not Slicker, not the same person. I thought it was the same person. It is not. Two different people. Slick basically got handsy with Adriana at a party forever ago. What this means, and I think what Adriana explained, is that she was sick, she was not feeling good, she was laying down at the party, kind of sleeping off, you know, her sickness. As one can do, you're entitled to sleep off your sickness and not feel like you're gonna get sexually assaulted. So Adriana apparently had posted about this forever ago, like right after it happened, just fucking blown over, just covered up. And Trainwrecks was basically saying that it was covered up because Miz, who's a friend of Slick, sent Maya, his ex-girlfriend, and Mitch, who I don't know who the fuck that is, to kind of see if Adriana would downplay the situation. And that's fucked, right? Because you got sexually assaulted. You want people to know about it. I'd want people to know about it. And again, we're getting into kind of like heavier topics here. So that happened. It finally got brought back into light by Trainwrecks, and Adriana backed up the claim. Said, yes, this did happen to me. Yes, it was sexual assault. Yes, it was not consensual. Yes, Miz has been covering it up for Slick forever. So that's some hot water to be in. On top of that, and also Adriana has this thread of people Slick has been weird to, harassed, or assaulted. So if you want to see that, definitely I will link Adriana's Twitter in the description down below. So that came out, and people just didn't want to leave Miz alone, right? So Ice Poseidon released this tweet that says, Miz, I brought you into this world, I'm gonna take you out. Famously, Ice Poseidon is not a great person, I don't like him all too much. But this is just a tweet that showcases Miz using every slur imaginable. I think, you know, the F word is in there. I think the N word is in there. I think there's a lot of different slurs in there. And if you can kind of see it here, this is from like 2018, 2019. So this was a few years ago. Alright, and a lot of people in the comments, I can't find it, but there were some people who were saying like, well, this is a private DM. Like, who really cares? This is a private DM. Yeah, sure, it's a private DM. You can say whatever you want. You have the right to free speech. It's protected by your amendments. But you are not protected against people knowing what you've done with your free speech, right? So I could turn around and say the most heinous shit in the world offline, right? If my roommate wants to turn around and tell everyone online what I said offline, that's her right. She's not infringing upon my right of free speech, right? She's just telling everyone else what I said. That's her right to do. Everyone else has a right to know what I've said. So, you know, just food for thought there. If you say shit like this offline and it gets leaked, don't be fucking surprised that people don't like you for it. Cause yeah, sure, it's your right to free speech, but also it's my right to know what the fuck you said and pass judgment on you. I don't know what to tell you, bud. So this came out, and also a video, which we will again, Ludwig, thank you. This video here, and I'm not going to play the video because I think Lud says some stuff over it that's, you know, you should go listen to the video, you should go watch the video, see what he has to say about it. But basically, this video here, is Mizkif basically saying, that the sexual assault that happened was low-grade sexual assault. It doesn't really mean anything. And that's literally fucking crazy because I didn't know we were making a pyramid scheme of sexual assault. I didn't know that one person's sexual assault could be higher grade than another person's sexual assault. I didn't know that there was, I'm gonna steal Ludwig's joke, I didn't know that there was a tier list of sexual assault that we made. Could you link that to me? Because I was unaware that we've been passing this around. Obviously I'm being sarcastic and that's fucking crazy. Sexual assault is sexual assault no matter what happens. Any unwanted touching, non-consensual touching in any sort of explicit or sexual manner is sexual assault. You have me fucked up if you think that that's not the correct definition. Because it literally is. The definition of sexual assault from the United States Department of Justice is any type of sexual contact or behavior that occurs without the explicit consent of the recipient. So there was no mention of a pyramid there, but so it was bad. It was bad. No matter what you think it was, sexual assault was bad. So obviously, this got Miz in some hot water. Again, I don't take much stock in him anyway. And eventually he came out with a twit longer. When was this twit longer from? Let's see. No. 21 hours ago, so yesterday. The twit longer basically says, I'm really sorry. I'm proud of how much I've grown over these past 4 years, but there's always room to improve. I also want to apologize to OTK, which, by the way, he's been suspended from. OTK is the organization that he works with. OTK has informed me that the organization is in the process of contacting a third party to investigate the actions above. That's crazy. I know I need to do better. I have to. So this is just like anyone else's twit longer. Man, I'm really sorry. I'll do better. I know better now. We'll see. We'll see what happens in this situation. But that's not even the fucking... That is the worst part. Okay, I was about to say that isn't even the fucking worst part. That's pretty bad. I think that was probably one of the worst things that came out this week. There's some other really terrible things that I'm not going to talk about that came out this week just because I don't know much about them. But the last thing that has happened this week that we have to talk about, Twitch said fuck you to its streamers. Literally fuck you is what it said. It says that all the time. So the W that it took earlier this week from banning gambling turned into a big fucking L because Twitch said, you know what? I don't give a fuck about my streamers. I don't care about you and we don't make enough money. Which is crazy because I make fucking $100 every 5 months from Twitch. So where is my goddamn 50-50 split? And that's really what's happening here. The 50-50 split is in question. I almost choked because I'm so choked up by what Twitch has been saying. So I'm not going to read all of this to you. Again, I am going to link it in the description. But basically what they're saying is we use a baseline of a 50-50 on the net revenue from those earnings, so from subscriptions. A few times they've made it 70-30 for some of their premium deals. They've made the revenue split 70-30, and that's no, I think in the article, I think right below it, that's no secret. They haven't really been super explicit with stating that, but a lot of the Twitch community knows that a lot of big streamers get a 70-30 revenue split from their subscribers. I think up here somewhere, hold on, let's fucking see, what they say. They say something about we don't make enough money. Oh yeah, they say, to bring it back around more directly to this blog's topic, we can't run this service unless you make money. This is not a drawback, it's by design. What? You're owned by Amazon. You're owned by Amazon. Amazon fucking owns you. Jeffrey Bezos owns you. You mean you don't make enough fucking money that you need to take the 50-50 split and apply it to everyone? You have me fucked up. So they basically just say that they're going to roll out the 50-50 split to everyone. But it won't go into effect until June 1st, 2023. Big L. Big L. Twitch. So a bunch of people were fucking pissed about this, right? As they rightfully should. Let me find the responses to this, because there's a fuck ton of them. Rambu's popping off here. Aurelian, I love Aurelian, popping off Shovel, there's Shovel. Well, this fucking sucks from Tubbo, yep, there's Carl doing his Carl thing. So yeah, a bunch of bigger streamers are just rightfully not excited about this. I understand. These bigger streamers like Tubbo, like Shovel, like Aurelian, like Rambu, like Carl, they make their money and they make their income off of Twitch. I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I don't make it. It doesn't matter to me. I make the 50-50 split anyway. I work a full-time job. It doesn't matter to me. But I understand from their perspective, this is like if their job came to them and was like, we're gonna pay you half as much as you get right now. why would you stay at that job? So this is Twitch taking a giant L and just being Twitch. Again, all of these things that I have shown you are all going to be, you know, linked in the description. I think it's important for you guys to read through them on your own, because I just gave a fucking botched kind of overview of what I thought. What I think personally is that this week was fucking crazy. Don't handle your personal shit online, but if you do, send it directly to me so I can make more videos about it. Don't be a garbage human being. Don't extort money from your fans, and if you have an addiction, please get help. And if you're Twitch, just don't be Twitch. So that's basically all I have to say from this video. Sorry it was kind of under-edited, it's kind of all over the place. I filmed this like an hour after I found out everything that happened, so I got as much information as I could, and I fucking sat down and filmed it. So that's what this was. It was more of a ranty video, more of me just kind of telling you what's happening. Be on the lookout for a new, more sophisticated video that's gonna come out called The Death of Twitch. It's been in the works for a few months now, but as more information like this comes out, I have to make the video fucking longer. So we're currently in the process of doing that. And in that video, we'll talk more about the responses to this specific blog post. So yeah, what do you guys think? What are your opinions? What do you have to say about this week on the internet? And do you actually think that Twitch is collapsing? Thank you guys for listening. If you liked the video, like, subscribe, and maybe share to some other people. And I'll talk to you later.